Hi guys! Today I'm going to do a review of the SOHO Beauty Sponge. Now, if you don't know, the SOHO Beauty Sponge, which looks like this, is a sponge that you use to put on foundation or concealer or any liquid or cream face makeup. This is a duplicate of the original, which is called the Beauty Blender, that you can get on the Beauty Blender website, and the original goes for $20. I don't know about you guys, but I think $20 is kind of a lot for a sponge. So when I was doing research on YouTube as to whether I should get it or not, I decided that I would get the SOHO sponge first to see if I liked it, if I liked the application, if I liked using it, and all that. So I decided to go for it. I bought this at my local Walgreens for $8, which is less than half the price of the original Beauty Blender. Now, I have not used the original Beauty Blender, but I can say that I absolutely love this sponge. It gives you perfectly flawless foundation finish. It looks like your natural skin. It is beautiful. Now, if you've never heard of a beauty sponge or used one, the way this works is it comes like this, but it's a little bit smaller originally, and you wet it. You run it under the faucet and you squeeze it a few times, and then you squeeze out the excess water, and then you dip it into your foundation a little bit, and then you kind of bounce it onto your face, and then slowly bounce it and then blend it. And the edges of this are great to get into the corners, creases of your nose, and around your mouth and your eyes. For $8, I don't think you can get any better. Like I said, the original Beauty Blender is $20, which is very expensive, and I don't see a need to buy it unless you really just want to try the original, because this SOHO Beauty Blender is amazing. Now, for the downfalls, there are a few downfalls to any beauty sponge. The first downfall is that you do have to use it every day. Well, no, that's not the first downfall. The first downfall of a beauty sponge is that you are supposed to wash it right after every single use, which is kind of hard to do if you are in a hurry when you're putting on your makeup, or if you have somewhere to be or something to do, or sometimes you forget, because the foundation does build up onto this. So you do have to wash it. I just wash mine with regular baby shampoo, and I don't wash it every day. I wash it maybe every 2 days, because a lot of the time I forget to wash it when I'm done doing my makeup, and I'm busy and I'm trying to get out the door, and it's just not really on my mind. So I wash it every 2 days. It does not really stain. I haven't washed this in 2 days. But once you wash it, it does basically get almost all of the foundation and makeup off of it. Another downfall of a beauty sponge is that they do only last a little while. It's not like a brush where it's an investment. You do have to replace them every, I'd say 2 months if you use it every day, which I've had this for maybe 2.5 months, and I do use it almost every day, so it's time for me to buy a new one very soon. But you do have to replace them. It's not like a brush. You can't just keep it. Its lifespan is very short. So that is another downfall. Besides that, before I started using the SOHO Beauty Sponge, I was just using a normal stippling brush. And I have oily skin, but I found with a stippling brush, no matter how much I moisturized and primed beforehand, it would come on very dry and flaky, even with the same exact foundation. With the beauty sponge, because you do use it wet, I think it kind of dilutes the foundation a little bit so that it gives you that perfect coverage. It's not flaky, it's not dry, if you have dry skin, I highly recommend you pick up one of these. If you have a problem with flakes and such when you with your foundation, because this will moisten it a little bit and take that away. So that's a definite plus if you have dry skin. I have oily skin, and it works just as well for me. The foundation consistency and all that isn't much different from when you use a brush. Besides that, the price is a definite plus, half the price of the original Beauty Blender. Now, I will say that I probably will buy the original Beauty Blender just to compare them, probably once. If you don't know what the original Beauty Blender looks like, it is pink, just like this. It's approximately the same size. It has a flat bottom, which I could see being useful, just because it does take a tiny bit longer to apply my foundation with this as it does with a stippling brush. And I could see a flat bottom because it's just a wider surface. You can get the bigger areas of your face probably a lot quicker. So that might be a plus side of the Beauty Blender, but it's a very small plus. This one is in more of a cone shape. It has started to rip, which is a sign that you need to buy a new one. Or if you have long nails and you kind of grab onto it, it will like rip. But I absolutely love it. I am definitely going to buy a new one. I have ordered 2 other duplicates off of Amazon, which were very, very cheap. They were, I think, $2 each. One of them is in the shape of the original Beauty Blender with the flat bottom, and the other is in this shape, except for it has a round ridge around the middle of it. So I will let you guys know when I get those and how those compare to this one. I do know that, I want to say Ulta, I think it is, sells a dupe of their own version of the Beauty Blender. I've never used it personally, but I have heard it is hard to the touch, and it's not as bouncy. This one is very soft and very bouncy, and it's not as bouncy as this. And I think that's very important when it comes to these kinds of sponges, because the bounciness is kind of what spreads the foundation. It's the how much give, and this has, as you can see, a lot of give. It kind of just bounces right back. Like I said, I absolutely adore this. I will say it again. I will say it a million times. It has made my foundation look so much better. I use it for contouring as well. Sometimes I use it for my concealer. It's highly recommended, especially if you have dry skin. Go out and get this Walgreens SOHO London Beauty Sponge. It will be in the makeup section. So you should get this. And thank you guys for watching. I'm so sorry about all the awkward pauses and moments in this video. I have not done a video in months, and even though you're alone in the room, it's completely nerve-wracking. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to message me or just leave a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.